I was thinking of like idea wise for like our what if kind of series, and
Oh
we
yeah.
can. I was thinking of like I don't know. I just keep anytime I think of like a wrestling scenario, I'm like, oh, that could be something for like what if. Like I was thinking of dream like match ending scenario type things.
Okay.
So, for example, like I was thinking of something like, could you imagine how if a ladder match ended in this way? Like if they somebody put like a, or I guess maybe like a TLC type match, whatever. But like say they put the table right in the middle of the ring, right under the belt, and then that same person put the ladder above the person that is on the table. Like they put a person on the table laying back on their back and then put a ladder on top. But because the
Okay.
parts that lock the ladder in place, you know what I mean? Like lock the legs out, would be holding essentially the person that's on the table, like it would be on their chest, basically holding them down to the table so they couldn't really move. So then
Yeah.
that person that set them up is going to climb the ladder. They get the belt, but then it's a triple threat, by the way. So then the third person comes in because they were knocked out of the ring for a while, and they come in. They see the whole setup. The person's grabbing the belt, and they push the ladder. Right. So now the person's hanging from the belt. The person's still laying on the table, and then the third person's just like, oh shit, he didn't fall down with the ladder. So what the hell am I gonna do? He goes, and I'm thinking either climbs the turnbuckle or just kind of lets it play out. So if he climbs the turnbuckle, I'm saying, say it's like Edge or something, right? He climbs on a turnbuckle and like jumps off and spears the person off of the belt, and they both fall on the person on the table and land through the fucking table. And then that's Edge's opportunity to be like, oh, they're already fucked now because they went through the table, and now I can climb the ladder and fucking win. I feel like
I
that'd be a pretty sick ending to some type of ladder match.
I
It
would
would
say yeah.
have a lot of like things to work through because I don't know how that would work with pushing the ladder over without fucking the person on the table.
I mean, yeah, I definitely kind of like that idea. I was almost going to say I feel like been done before because I mean it wasn't a triple threat. It wasn't a triple threat, and it wasn't on a table. I can't remember who it was, but there was. I do remember there being a scenario where one wrestler was flat on the mat, and his opponent put the ladder, like the legs, on top
Yeah,
of him,
I
so
remember
he
that.
couldn't get it. Yeah, so he couldn't
I
get
think
up.
that's probably what like started turning the wheels, and I'm like, oh, that'd be pretty sick. And then I was thinking of something else too, because we were talking about like dream matches and stuff, like matchups.
Yeah,
And it totally fucking slipped my mind now because I got excited about that ending. All right, I'll do it. But yeah, so that's where my mind was going. I was like, oh, it could be a whole what if like series. I guess we probably shouldn't call it what if though because Marvel. But whatever. Um,
yeah. Could you imagine?
yeah, could you imagine? That'd be cool.
That could be this. That could be the segment right there. Could you imagine? Yeah.
Uh-huh. There we go. You imagine.
That's perfect.
Oh, that's where my brain started going because when I was saying like, could you imagine like if you did want to keep your old videos on on the TikTok page, it could be like an evolving kind of thing where it's like, oh, now your shower thoughts turned into could you imagine? Like you're in the shower,
Yes.
could you imagine? Because that's where I thought the match when I was in the fucking shower.
we
I
well,
need to stop smoking before showers though because
I was I, could you imagine we just not even evolve. I'm going to say we're going to devolve into us FaceTiming each other with shirts on in the shower talking about these scenarios.
see, I fucking hate when people get their clothes wet, like
All
in
right, so fine,
shows and stuff. When they
you
were,
can let your hairy chest show out. I don't care.
no, I would do it for the sake of the obviously consistency or whatever. But like I don't know why it's a pet peeve of mine, but when people are fully dressed in movies or shows and they
Mhm.
just go diving into the beach, I'm like, you're not even gonna nothing. Okay. It drives me crazy, and I have no idea why.
I honestly I hate the feeling too. Granted, I'm the one who made those videos, but I hate the feeling. I think what gets me through it is because like I hate being outside, similar to what you said, like getting pushed into like water with my clothes on, or like getting
Yeah,
caught in the rain. I hate
it's
that feeling because I
and
know because I'm stuck there. Like
yeah,
usually, like there's like
supposed
no
to
escape kind of thing. Where at
shower.
least I wasn't right. I was in the shower. I knew like, hey, I'm doing this 45-second video, and
Yeah.
then boom, shirts off, and I'm a normal person in the shower again.
Even videos like this of us just shooting the shit, like this could be like behind the scenes type stuff.
Oh yeah,
like
Oh,
cooks it
1,000%. I'm actually gonna like,
up.
yeah, no, honestly though, like this honestly won't be like part of like the episode 1 podcast, but like
Right,
you just doing that whole, triple. Thankfully, I'm recording. You
Yeah.
doing that whole triple threat ladder match scenario. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna crop that and edit it and use that as just like an upload to TikTok because like it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
fun conversation and it was just like a random like thing. All right, so I'd say that's good for the test. Let's see how this works
I'm
out.
actually. Oh wait, actually, no, I don't want to say it out loud.